Good morning. Whew. Good morning, good morning. So I am a few minutes early. I'm just going to listen to some music. Actually, so today is about love. And I was thinking, you know what? I love house music. And so I've been rediscovering some old house music from back in the day for any of you house heads out there. Miguel Miggs, The Naked Music, New Dimensions. Oh, that's what I meant to. I think that's what I wanted to search. New Dimensions. So I'm just going to wait like a minute or two here. This is a new thing I'm doing here on Tuesdays. So let's see what happens. Yeah, this is my jam. And because it's morning, I was thinking, let's just all, if you're coming in on replay, if you're coming in right now, we're just going to take a little deep breath in. If you're just joining me, say what's up so I know you're here. Say love. Put a heart icon. I'm going to be just talking about love today. I was meditating this morning. You know what? I'm just going to start talking because I'm in the mood. So what happened was I was thinking about ways that I could help or just show up here in new ways, and my team had a meeting yesterday, and we were just thinking for me to do like mini trainings. And I started this morning, I was meditating on this training, and I realized, you know what? I don't really want to teach about love. I just want to share my journey a little bit here. And if that's inspiring and you can learn something from that, then awesome. Because, yes, I do mind mastery trainings on other things. I'm going to turn that off actually. And I'm going to have many other things. Like we just finished that 4-day self mastery training, and that really was about teaching mind mastery techniques on how you can reframe your brain and think about the science behind it. But when I was thinking about talking and doing a training on love today, I was like, first of all, I'm not an expert on love. I've just gone on my own journey. And this is what came up for me. That my journey to love myself has been my biggest workshop in my whole life. And when I say workshop, I mean the whole quest and the whole curiosity to love myself through different food addictions and body image distortion, and just comparing myself in this world that we live in, where we're inundated with all of these images of how to be, plus whatever stories I had in my programming. The undoing of that, or the questioning of it, has been why I think I'm even here having Metamorfize as a company and talking about mind mastery, because it has been the way through to get to know myself, to love myself. And I think love is about, first of all, none of this is planned. I'm really just sharing from my heart here, and I'm hoping that if you're watching this, that you could share from yours. This is the space that I'd like to open for people to let go of, inhibitions, and go on a journey to love yourself. Go on a journey of inquiry, because inquiry and questioning is how you shift the perspective. Because when I reflect, actually last week with my best friend, we were having a moment where she goes, you know what, Lisa, nothing changed, but the way you see it has. And I was like, oh my God, I know. And to think how like deep the wall was for me to get through, for me to be like, is that true? Is that true? Is that true? And then the ups and downs and all the emotions, the ride has been intense. And I just remember certain moments of acceptance where like I could feel I was chipping away at that wall, the moat of even letting people into my heart. But the crazy thing is like I was like, I got that, like I'm fine. I let people in until that part of the wall came down. I was like, whoa, I was really not letting people in. And I have been on a quest to find a certain kind of partnership love in my life. I've never been like I'm not lovable. I've actually had a lot of love in my life. I've really had stories around no one will love me unless I lose weight, or the type of love I'm too much, or I'm intense, or no one will get me. Like these are more of like the stories that I had. And those are the moments you turn back to yourself and you become the person you want to date. And the last 3-ish years, I have dedicated my mission to understanding why the kind of love that I want wasn't coming through the way that I wanted it. And I had to look at some really deep stuff. You next level manifestors, like this mission has been wow. And I'm finally at a different place where I'm seeing how I'm navigating my mind, navigating dating, navigating conversations with men, with women, like, because that's the thing is that relating and relationships, I had to open it up and see that I'm constantly in relationships, that I am good at relationships, and that I was just pinpointing this one kind of love relationship, and I made it in my life that, oh, if I can't have that, I'm a failure. When I started to release that and actually start to learn how to see it differently, get help basically. I hired and fired 2 dating coaches at one point. I am finishing an 8-week dating course right now. And this is what I'm going to end today with. I want to keep these like under 10 minutes and I want to do something else before we get off. One of the biggest things that I have shifted is that every single person I go on a date with or anyone I am interacting with, I treat it like a workshop. And I know that sounds a little bit weird, but the premise behind it is that what is here for me to learn? Instead of, is this going anywhere? Are you the one energy? My clawing desperation energy, which is only my own need to love myself more. It was, what is here for me to learn? And how can I look at everybody, every man I went on a date with, in the most beautiful light of that they may have. Here's a small example. One guy really just reminded me I wanted to drive more, and he's like, well, I do Zipcar. And I was like, oh my God, I could do Zipcar. I ended up getting Zipcar and found out that they only do that you can't do one-way travel, and I didn't do it. But the point is, I took that tiny, tiny, tiny little nugget from that one person and I applied it to my life. Everyone's so beautiful. And if you're looking for how to love others, you will attract more love. And if you're looking for what can I learn from here, how can we be like a collective love in this little tiny moment of exchanging, love will continue to find you versus the lack mentality. And the science of change is built on the concept of this journey that I've gone through my whole, I don't know, life really, of learning to love myself through the lens of acceptance and changing through elevating myself, not changing because something is wrong with me. I did that for so many years. I was trying to fix myself. And if you're living in a way of fixing yourself, you actually are attracting people that are going to be the evidence to support your case of being in lack. And that is what I witnessed in myself over and over again, is I found the addicts. I found the people who were saying to me, I can't love you unless you lose weight. Because I hadn't crossed over into I accept myself, therefore I'm going to change to elevate, not to fix, which means now, literally now, around me are men and women who elevate me and raise me up. And we're changing together. And it's so much fun, rising together. So before we get off, a little over now, I wanted to share a few resources that have been pretty amazing for me. One is Radical Acceptance. Whether you read it or not, just that title alone, you must accept yourself fully, all of who you are. And the last few dating, or the dating course, the last one was all about you must see things exactly as they are. We have these illusions, Mayas, like wipe off, really get real with how things are so you can make the change. So this is Tara Brach and Embracing Your Life with the Heart of a Buddha. It's a beautiful book. Talks about healing your wounds. The other thing, it's pretty practical. The 4 agreements. I mean, this just is not rocket science right here stuff. The 4 agreements, I love it because it's actually so obvious that it's like, but the first one is really meaningful to me because so much of my journey to love myself has been about keeping my word to myself. And in all of the programs that I teach and all the coaching that I do, everyone is always talking about how good they are at keeping the word to other people, how good they are for showing up for other people. And I think that's beautiful. That was me. I'm like the queen of keeping my word. I'm always super reliable, Lisa. But what I noticed is that I wasn't keeping my word to myself. And that was chipping away at my ability to trust myself. And if I can't trust myself, I ultimately don't love myself enough to keep my word. So number 1 on the 4 agreements, hi, whoever's here, say hi, is be impeccable with your word. And it's a reason why it's number 1 is because when you are impeccable with your word and your word means something, then it has a ripple in effect, not a ripple out effect. That too, actually. Because you train people how to teach you by how you are treating yourself. But the ripple in effect is like your ability to make decisions quicker, your ability to navigate, negotiate, and dialogue with yourself way faster. So when you do fall off the wagon or whatever vehicle you're falling off of, you hop back on quicker. Because I'll say this over and over again, it is never about falling off or getting from happy to having sad or even depression. Like, of course we're going to have those feelings. We're human and they don't exist without their counterpart. So the thing here is that you learn how to get back up faster. Not that you fall. That's not what we're judging here. Number 2, don't take anything personally. Oh, snap. That took me a hot second. I guess it was my sensitivity, and I guess that I wanted, again, to find the evidence to support my case. And so I was looking to take things personally meant I get to beat myself up more. So that's the second one. Again, I'm just going quickly through the 4 agreements, which I have found are just very basic and super powerful reminders about coming back to how to love yourself. Number 3, don't make assumptions. I mean, it's like making assumptions means you're just going to make up a big story and then you're just going to buy into it and then you're just going to perpetuate an illusion when you could have actually just asked. So forget that 10-minute thing. I guess it might be more like 15 or 20. The last one is always do your best. I mean, I grew up as an athlete, and so doing my best, it's actually, maybe I'd overdo it and I push a little bit, but I think doing your best is a character thing. If you want to show up and give it your all and do your best will always leave you feeling good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, you literally are perpetuating the love energy. And this is not in the book, but pet a dog, pet a cat, touch a person. It releases the love hormone in your oxytocin in your body, and it actually will make you feel good. Feeling good perpetuates more feeling good. So you want to like magnify and multiply the things that are going well for you, which is why I started talking about house music. Like I love house music and I want to listen to it because it makes me happy. I love dogs. I want to be around dogs. I love water. I'm going to go to Puerto Rico for a month. And I love these cards. So these are the Osho Zen Tarot cards. So I thought we would do just one card draw today, just on just the topic of love. What I usually do is just I ask, what is it that I need to know, what energy or what do I need to know about love moving forward, or what is in the way for me to love deeper or open to deeper love. There we go. I'm also available for readings if that's something of interest to you. We're about to pick a card. I see someone here, so here we go. This is for you, whoever just came on. Boom, 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 boom. So what is here for me around love? What is here for me? Yeah, this is you. Who's here? Who's here? This is for you. This is your love card. This one. Adventure. Look at this beautiful, beautiful card. This is little girl. You know what? This is the very first card I ever picked from this deck. I was in Costa Rica and I remember crying my eyes out when I got this card. I don't know, it like really hit home, and it's so beautiful that there's this little girl just in this, like, I don't know, look at her way she's moving, her just walking into the light. So this card, well, you know, we're just talking about love here. I'm looking down because I'm going to look at the more about this card. So it's a rainbow card. And this, again, is the Osho Zen Tarot deck. What I love about it is that it's just a word to reflect on. And reflecting on a word gives you the opportunity to define it and to ask yourself, what is my definition of this word? So that I'm making sure that I'm not carrying someone else's definition, and I can really, you know, be honest and true to myself. Why can't I see this here? Boom, boom, not there, not there, not there. I have like a, what? Oh, here we are. Okay. So when we are truly in the spirit of adventure, we are moving just like a child, full of trust. That's exactly what I was just talking about, because trust is you keeping your word to yourself. You move from the darkness in of the forest into the rainbow of the light. We go step by step, drawn by our senses of wonder into the unknown. Adventure really has nothing to do with plans and maps and programs and organization. And this is the page of rainbows, and it represents the quality that can come to us anywhere, at home or in our office, in the wilderness or in the city, in a creative project or in our relationships with others. When we move into the new and unknown with the trusting spirit of a child, innocent and open and vulnerable, even the smallest things can become an adventure. And that's a kind of what I was saying about treating life like a workshop. Just treat it like this adventure that's available to you. So I'm wishing you all just adventure today in your lives, that you seek to enjoy the small things and trust that the rest will follow and you will seek what you're looking for. Love you. See you Friday for Stop, Drop, and Breathe. I got fun things coming at us this week. And if you have any topics you want me to talk on, just leave it in the video below. All right. Have an amazing Tuesday. One love, self-love, love, love, love. Oh, there's my love pillow. Wait.